The Geneva Salon of 1995 was one of the best for years, with brilliant contributions from every sector of the industry.
For those with even a hint of petrol in their veins, and we're not talking namby-pamby unleaded super green here, the most exciting newcomer of the year has to be on the Ferrari stand, where they unveiled their latest instant classic and their latest nominee for supercar status. Needless to say, the F50 gained instant acceptance in both categories. It was, of course, designed to be the successor to the F40, and follows the ethos of bringing race car technology and performance to the fortunate few who can afford its $300,000 plus price tag. The F50 is built to Grand Prix principles, an all-composite chassis and an engine right behind the driver's right ear. It's naturally enough a V12 based on the latest Formula One power unit, but because the F50 has to carry 2 people and some heavy bodywork, it's enlarged to 4.7 litres and 520 horsepower. Suspension straight out of the Formula One pit lane, push rods and inboard spring and damper units, and the brakes are also up to racing standards, 4-pot calipers and no ABS here.
Jackie Stewart is almost certainly in the select group who can afford an F50, but with 3 World Championships to his credit, he doesn't need to pay to know what an F1 car is like. He was in Geneva as a reporter for Sky Television, and getting the lowdown on the F50 was just part of the job. This astounding profile was drawn by Pininfarina, and it was done with refined aerodynamics helping towards a ridiculous top speed, which is counterbalanced by the usual Ferrari poise. So, although the F50 is super fast, it can still be driven by people who haven't been blessed with reflexes and coordination on the same generous lines as their bank balance. Not so obvious as the aerodynamic shape of the top of the car is a completely enclosed under tray which smooths the flow of air under the vehicle. Pininfarina styled the Ferrari 456 GT and did have one on their stand, but it took second place to a styling study of the F50 with its optional hardtop. Although it looks totally integrated, it's completely removable. With the top on, the barchetta becomes a berlinetta, a naming exercise that tips a friendly nod to the purists who can't forgive the modern crop of numbers and letters.
Despite the renowned internal squabbles between Ferrari's road car division and its Formula One race team, Jean Alesi has done a lot of development work and track testing on the F50, and he was at the show in PR mode supporting its launch. Throughout press day, Alesi did his bit for the company by autographing posters and lending genuine credibility to the F50's Formula One pedigree, although it already fits into a class of car whose pedigree is given and whose status at the top of motoring social scale is a foregone conclusion.
Your Beatrix,